You're watching QPTV Daily Social Live. I'm your host for today, James. We're back today. Our prompter and a few other things are a bit off. Please don't pay too close attention to the background. Welcome to today's show. You're watching QPTV Daily Social Live, QPTV.org's live daily show. I'm your host for today, James, and let's get started. We have a lot to cover in a very short amount of time. Today we have a big event on the channel, and we'll just jump right into it. Next week we'll be back full time with complete updates on everything, but we want to make sure that you know what's going on today and in the future. So let's jump into it. Let me see, we got my controls here. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. So let me get back to this here. Representatives Jared Huffman and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez invite constituents of California's 2nd and New York's 14th congressional districts to join them for a town hall on October 15th at 5:30 p.m. The Congress members will be discussing their efforts to help the country and the president #Build Back Better by making necessary investments in our physical and social infrastructure. And you can watch that on QPTV tonight, 5:30. That'll be on Spectrum 56 or 1996, RCN Channel 84, and FiOS 36. And of course, you can watch it right here on QPTV.org live. And that will be a town hall. We'll be bringing you these all throughout the pandemic situation. And we're happy to bring you this new one. And we'll continue to bring you these. In fact, we want to talk about that quickly. live shows on QPTV and QPTV.org. And starting next week, we'll be having our schedule up on the website. So you'll want to make sure you go to QPTV.org/newsletter, of course, to sign up and get all the latest news and updates from QPTV. And you'll find out all the events, what's happening with the channels and programming and everything else. Make sure you sign up so you can get all the latest updates. Back to what we were saying about live shows on QPTV. If you're watching recently, we had a joint forum with the St. John's University, meet the 2021 mayoral candidate with Republican mayoral candidate Curtis Sliwa. And like all of these events we've been bringing to you throughout the year, it was very engaging and very interesting and very informative if you're trying to determine who you're going to vote for next month. And along with that, we'll be bringing you next week some more amazing video and information from the folks at NYC Votes and the NYC Votes Youth Ambassador Program. Some public service announcements, and of course, we'll be playing back some of the other pieces that we had earlier on in the year. So be looking forward to that next week and up and through the election right here in QPTV.org's Daily Social Live. And let's jump into one of these. We haven't seen one of these in a little while. You're watching QPTV Daily Social Live. You can find us on social media. We're on Facebook at Queens Public Television, Instagram at QPTV, Twitter at QPTV, YouTube, QPTV Queens Public Television, LinkedIn, QPTV, and on Twitch, we're Queens Public Television. And of course, you can just search on any of those platforms or on Google, Yahoo, Bing, whatever search engine you're using. You can just search for Queens Public Television, QPTV, and you'll be certain to find us on whatever platform you're looking for. You can also email us directly, media@qptv.org. You have any questions, comments, you just want to say something, we'll put you on the show. This is what it's all about. We're an open forum to sort of let you know what's going on in and around QPTV. And a big part of what we do is helping to support you as the channel user, get your voice and message out using our free speech medium. You can watch QPTV on your cable provider in Queens or on Spectrum, RCN, and Verizon Fios. If any time you need this lineup or any information about the channels, you can go to qptv.org/guide. Get back to the main screen. There we go. So we actually have to go pretty soon. But what I'd like to do is show you. Let's see, where do we have this? A little bit. See if we can bring it up, because I wasn't prepared for this specific segment. But I want to talk about it. If you missed it, a little earlier this year, QPTV won overall excellence in our category as an access center for 2021. If you go to qptv.org, we have our overall excellence video. Let's see if we can actually navigate there. And while I do that, I just want to remind you that on this program, we aren't just going to be giving you information about what's happening on the channels or the website. As part of our mission to help you facilitate content on QPTV, we're going to be bringing you informative pieces on production and, things that help improve you as a producer and help improve your program. And of course, because this isn't sort of, it's all of it, whether it's this channel, the channels, or producing content for social media or a stream. It all comes down to production, and there are some basic principles and some foundational things that you could always learn and that can always be refreshed on. So we'll be happy to bring that to you as we go along on this show. So next week we'll try to lay out a little more of that, but let's bring up the website. QPTV.org. There we go. I should be in the background somewhere. Might have to mute that. So far, so good. Okay. Oh, and yeah, of course, by the way, congratulations to Lucia Dragash, who was honored as a Power Woman of Queens. And you can go to QPTV.org and see that as well. Let's continue down. And as you can see, we have right here the information about our win, which is fantastic. And you can watch the entire piece right there. We won't have time to play it, but you can find all the information on this page. Let me bring this up. Make some room on the screen there. And as you can see, you know, we've been fortunate to be recognized many times for a lot of the productions that we do. And it's part of what we do. It's our mission. We're happy to do it. And we want you to get involved as well. We want you to get involved as well. So you can go to qptv.org/create to find out how to become a channel user. And you don't have to be a resident of Queens to provide us with programs if you happen to be watching this from outside the borough or even outside of the state. So make sure you go to qptv.org, sign up for that. Also, just in general, make sure you sign up for our newsletter. Throw your email address right in there. Hit subscribe. You're all set. Make sure you opt in. And you'll be getting all the latest updates from QPTV directly in your mailbox. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a quick break once again. Unfortunately, we don't have the promos ready yet, but we'll take a quick break to our bumper screen. We'll tell you about our social media, and we'll come back and remind you what's coming on tonight on QPTV. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitch. And of course on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and soon again Twitter, we stream Daily Social Live as well as our other original live programs, Queen's Conversations. You can find us there. Make sure you subscribe and follow on those channels so you can get when we go live, you can get an alert directly to your computer or your mobile device to let you know when we're available, when we're on, and when we're live, especially on Daily Social Live. You can comment to us directly and we'll be happy to answer any of your questions. But of course, you can also just email us at media@qptv.org, and we'll be happy to answer whatever questions you have, especially if it's about QPTV. And again, don't forget to watch our channels. We're on Spectrum, RCN, and Verizon Files. The channel lineup is there, and if you ever need to look it up, go to qptv.org/guide. I'm back. Unfortunately, I do enjoy doing this, but it has to be a short show today. We have to get ready for this event, the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez Town Hall. which is starting at 5:30 p.m. tonight on Spectrum Channel 56 or 1996, RCN 84, and Verizon Fios Channel 36. You can also watch that right here on QPTV.org. You can watch the entire thing. And like with all of the other programming that we bring to you on QPTV.org, you can go to our website. Let me bring that up again. Bear with me. We'll go to QPTV.org, and it's right on the homepage, so it's extremely easy to find. Let's merge that so you can see it. And we have a whole section of not just content that we've posted, original content, but we have a section of live simulcasts. And you can see our most recent one was the sit down that we hosted with St. John's University with the 2021 mayoral candidate Curtis Sliwa, Republican candidate. You can watch that along with the other videos that we have. Eric Adams is the Democratic candidate, and we have a number of programs that we simulcast that were part of the primary, where you can, if you want to get a jump start on figuring out what his policies and ideas are, you can watch that right here on QPTV.org. And of course, as these things come up, we'll be happy to bring them to you live and available for you to watch on demand. But make sure you tune in tonight for the AOC Town Hall. This is a joint town hall with Representative Jared Huffman, who is California's 2nd District Representative. And this will be at 5:30. They'll be discussing their efforts to help the country and the president hashtag Build Back Better by making necessary investments in our physical and social structure. So you don't want to miss that. I'll be there. You should be there. Save it to your phone. Whatever you have to do, make sure you turn on QPTV to check it out. And then, of course, you could always go to the channel to see that as well. Again, I want to remind you also. There we go. We want to remind you of all the live shows on QPTV. Like I mentioned a minute ago, you can watch the entire Meet the 2021 Mayoral Candidate program with Republican mayoral candidate Curtis Sliwa. And this was a production with St. John's University. It was an excellent stream. And we're happy to bring it to you, and we encourage you to go and watch it as many times as you want. Or we have so much for you as a Queens resident or someone who takes part in our city. We are providing you so much information that is important. So don't sleep on it. Take advantage of it. We have all this information on COVID-19, which is right on our homepage. We have election information, so you can find out in depth what's going on with the candidates. We have the one-on-one with the candidates and the previous debates. And hopefully we'll be able to bring you some more content in the near future leading up to the election. And again, next week we'll be having more content, promos and PSAs, interviews from the NYC Votes Youth Ambassadors We Power NYC program. We worked with them earlier in the year, and we worked with them again recently to bring to you valuable information on the elections coming up and what's actually happening beyond the mayoral and the borough president election, but what sort of initiatives and things that are happening in the city. We'll be happy to bring that information to you as well, because that's incredibly important. And let's see what else. I want to remind you to go check out our overall excellence video on QPTV.org. We're very proud of what our work on that. And of course, our whole production team. We want to thank everybody It's too long a list for me to go through right now, unfortunately. But if you go to QPTV.org and you follow that link, you'll see the credits. And of course, beyond that, obviously, everybody at QPTV, the entire staff, is instrumental in what we do. So there's definitely a big congratulations to each and every one of us. And next week, we'll be bringing you clips. We'll be doing a best of QPTV, the best of the year starting next week. And we'll be doing that until the end of the year. And interspersed with that, we'll be having our regular segments. But we definitely want to showcase a lot of what we've done throughout this time and bring it to you and remind you. Also, we want to remind you, and I don't have a graphic up for yet, but actually what I'll do, I'll bring it up. Let's see. Might be on the website already. Yes. Next week, October 20th is Community Media Day. And I completely forgot to mention this to you, but it's a big deal. Next week, like we did last year, we're going to have a day-long stream showcasing the best of QPTV, but also having live interviews with staff and other guests. And we're looking forward to bringing that to you next Wednesday. And we want to celebrate Community Media Day. We want to demonstrate all the different ways how QPTV and community media is important to every one of us. If you're a resident, you may not realize it. We are helping you in some form or fashion, whether it's through the assistance we give the not-for-profit organizations or the government. There's all types of things that we get involved with where we're informing and we're also providing the tools to help people get their message out. So we're happy to do that. You can go to qptv.org/watch to check out things like our bulletin board and PSAs, as well as what's going on with the channels. But that's it for now. I have to go. We have to do some setup and preparation for tonight's event. Don't forget to check it out. It's the AOC Town Hall. And that will be at 5:30 p.m. on Spectrum 56/1996, RCN 84, and FiOS 36. You could also watch it on QPTV.org live, and then after, we'll be making that available to watch on demand. So thank you so much for checking out QPTV's Daily Social Live. Usually we'll go to an outro with the credits. That needs to be fixed because there's some technical issues, but in what we'll do, we'll have that for you next week sometime, hopefully. In the meantime, you could always go to any one of our social media outlets and check us out. Sign up, follow, subscribe, so you'll know when we'll be back on. I'm your host for today, James. You've been watching QPTV Daily Social Live. Make sure you tune in tonight at 5:30 on the website. If you don't have QPTV right available, if you're on the go, you can pull up your phone and you can watch it as well. That's AOC's Town Hall, 5:30 on QPTV. You've been watching QPTV Daily Social Live. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.